Yo, people, come back to the Fix Podcast. It's Bonar here with Ari, and we have a pair of special guests in the building. They are the organizers, the architects, the promoters, the engineers of the most talked about event happening for the summer. BZR Weekend featuring Chris Brown and friends. Happening August 25th to the 27th, National Stadium. There we go.
Upscale and Aberra Larcher.
Right.
There you go. So guys, just introduce yourself, like tell us who is who and which company you're representing just before we go into it.
Well, Jay here, and as you said,
Aberra.
We're 1/3 of the trifecta of this beautiful event, headed by the legendary Solid Agency, Sharon Burke, big up. View Empire, which is Ryan
Burke,
and
J
Upscale. So I mean, just Chris Brown, he's not new to. He's performed on the island before, but I mean, BZR Weekend. Why now? Why at this point with so many things happening? We just had Dream Weekend,
right?
So why bring him at this point?
Why not now? When you look at Chris Brown and the way he dances, the way he carries himself, his swag, you would think Chris Brown is Jamaican. When you look at it's right before school.
Yeah, that's what so no people say back to school.
Yeah, so this is the last lap of things to kind of, enjoy the entertainment, and Chris Brown is definitely the platform for that.
Because everybody I talked, my friends would talk about it and like, cha-cha, back to school though.
But here's the thing, when you really think about it, when you see Chris Brown, it's either on TV, or on social media.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So this is a very rare opportunity to see Chris Brown, and when you look at timing, you also have to look at the artist's schedule as well. And when these deals come around, it's like a now or never kind of thing. It's like, all right, I'm available now. Pull trigger.
So was it always the plan to bring him to the island, but the schedule was conflicting?
Well, I mean, it was a plan, but if you really think about it, it was on tour.
Yeah.
So the plan is ultimately when you look at most artists, when they go on tour, they go down the East Coast. So they, Canada, New York, then Miami, and then they miss the entire Caribbean and they go right back up, Texas, and so on and so forth. So now the game plan is you start on the East Coast. When you hit Miami,
you get to come down to
you take
Caribbean.
an hour trip.
Yep.
Right
here in Jamaica.
Come hang with us,
Because sometimes for real, we feel, at least for me, I will feel so forgotten. Not everybody have visa or can travel, and it's so expensive to go and see them actually on tour. So I'm sure even the budget and the costing.
I mean, the budget is insane.
Yeah.
And sometimes
hence the ticket prices.
Hence the ticket prices.
I mean, it makes sense.
We know, I want to say, I think I know where you're going with that one, with the 1.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Chris Brown he's an international star. He comes with that prestige, presence, weight. So we certainly wanted to make sure that tickets were affordable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is an international artist. The king of R&B, as he's been coined, sort of the baton being handed from the likes of Michael Jackson and so on. So Usher and so on. So he comes with that clout.
Yeah.
So, every attempt was made to make sure that tickets are affordable. But it's Chris Brown at the end of the day.
Do you expect the conversation or the reaction to the prices or the pricing for the tickets when you saw it?
But here's the thing, because I mean, anytime I look at prices, you always ask yourself, in comparison to what? You know what I mean? So when you really think about it, we have, from bleachers to grandstand, the ticket started at 45 US, and then progressively went up to the 1.5 million, which everyone is talking about. But just to clear the air, it's not a $1.5 million ticket. It's an experience where you have 12 tickets.
Yes.
You have parking.
VIP
you have
parking, dedicated hostess,
security,
private security,
bottle service.
I mean, for that price, they're better.
Premium bottle service. Exactly. But here's the other thing too. You also have the fact that you have, there's
other
some
parties.
You have I was about to get to that, but you have people who are coming from the US, from the UK, New York especially. And all throughout the Caribbean right now, there's hardly any flights from Trinidad coming to Jamaica
for this weekend.
Yeah, flights for this weekend.
And airfares are going up.
I mean, a lot of the foreigners, they want the cabanas, they want the sky view suites. But most of all, as you mentioned, you actually get access to all the other events happening that weekend as well.
I think that's too. I was talking to the person and I'm like, most people forget that it's weekend. We focus on Chris Brown and the performance. That's everything that's like, we just get to see Chris Brown. And when the person was saying like, oh no, but it's actually weekend and a weekend of parties where you can have access to go to it.
Sometimes people don't really go into the information. They don't really read. They see something.
And then I guess there was a knee-jerk reaction of sorts. Which is understandable seeing it. So I think at this point, hopefully they're digesting the information and, the content that we're putting out is giving more clarity.
Well, for all of the information and in detail, you go to BZRweekend.com. BZRweekend.com. And you get all the information for all of the events, the locations.
Ticket
and now,
pricing.
if for whatever reason you can't go to Chris Brown, you can buy an individual ticket,
I was going to say, I think the two things that stood out immediately on the announcement of this event was Chris Brown, 1.5 million. It seemed for some reason that stood out to
everything else.
It went viral,
I don't care what other party, but 1.5 is Chris.
It's you know how I compare it? Chris Brown draw a lot of women. Women don't read manuals. They buy your phone.
Wow, let's take it. I like where you're going.
I'm just saying.
I like where you're going.
Women.
Wait.
Have you ever read your phone manual?
I'm pulling
I'm
away.
going to say yes.
I'm pulling away.
I'm going to say yes.
You're an anomaly. Right? So one
time.
Do you even read the flyer? You look at Chris Brown. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Men will read through everything. And when you look at all the comments on social media, it's women. We love you, but I
feel like this is incorrect information. I think this is incorrect.
I don't think so.
And you can't even say to us with a straight face.
I guess too because, to me, most people were looking at the 1.5, but I recognize that there were other benefits that came with the 1.5. So I wasn't thinking it too, but I never even realized it was a whole weekend. Even though it said BZR Weekend, I'm just assuming that the concert was going to be a whole thing.
But you know what too? Something we also have to touch on, which is something that concerns people, not just in Jamaica, but the entire Caribbean, is a level of production
involved.
That is involved with this. Like the number of containers we're flying in just to make sure that this event is perfect, from the sound, the lighting package, the stage. It's something that, I don't think the Caribbean has seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
And even tapping into the expertise and talent on the ground, there is a level of focus that's been given to that. So we're working with, skill resources on the ground to make sure that we can meet what's expected with delivering this show.
Right.
I'm guessing that's where a solid agency comes into play.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, solid agency and their entire team in collaboration with our team from the US, because we're based in New York.
And View Live.
And then View Live from Miami. Yeah. But then Chris Brown himself is flying with 40 people.
Ooh.
So he's
half of those are engineers and stuff to make sure everything plug in properly, and
so they're coming.
People
with the
actually have roles.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very.
So it's not just an entourage of coming. It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, you might get a little 1-2, stragglers. But who wouldn't want to come to Jamaica,
So
True.
Exactly.
No, because I mean, and you're not new to putting on productions, because just a little bit about your background, like you guys were responsible for carrying Machel Montano at the Barclays Center, and Whiskey in Trinidad.
So, I mean, when you look at Barclays, I mean, it's a very unique situation. It's the first time a Caribbean artist has headlined a stadium show and sold out completely.
Yeah.
Amazing show. Then we came to Trinidad and did about 30,000 at the Halsey Crawford Stadium.
Halsey Crawford, yeah.
With Marshall Montano, Wizkid, Ira Star, Rema, and a slew of our, dancehall and soca artists. And I mean, of course, doing Carnival, you have certain challenges and stuff. Even here in Jamaica, there's challenges from traffic and sometimes even weather. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just have to kind of maneuver and, work it out.
Yeah. So I was just wondering too, is like, I mean, Machel in Barclay,
right?
And carrying the Afrobeat stars to Trinidad. So I'm sure there's hopes to really expand it to the Caribbean, because I hear your accents.
Yeah.
You're St. Lucian. I found out that. You're St. Lucian too?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So is carrying artists and big name acts, international acts to the Caribbean, because as I said, it feels like we are kind of lost in all of it. Like,
you know what?
Only a privileged
No,
set.
I wouldn't say it's lost. The culture is very much out there, but it's just to be able to take a team like us to come together to kind of bridge that gap between the international and the local artists, whether it's soca, reggae, Afrobeat, hip hop. And what we tend to do is merge the two, so then, you have an A-list artist, like Chris Brown with 141 million followers on Instagram.
Alone.
He posts, I'm not sure if you guys realize, when we announced, Chris Brown posted the very next day.
Yeah.
Which is
unheard of.
Very unusual.
On his feed. And if you go on there, it's still on there.
Yeah.
With about 15,000 comments, 300,000 likes. What does that do? It
Everyone's
elevates
coming to Jamaica.
and it just puts a microscope on us.
Yeah.
And rocket boosters on not just Jamaica but the entire Caribbean.
But it shows the interest and desire that he has and wants to come to Jamaica and perform. Yeah. So that, I think that was a big statement.
You feel pressure from that? As some people say, because as we mentioned earlier, when artists of his ilk usually tour, Caribbean, Jamaica not usually on the tour stop when they do the big world tours and so you feel pressure and thinking about, hey, this needs to be done well so that...
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why not. If I didn't or we didn't feel some level of pressure, then maybe we're in the wrong space. I think that's what kind of allows you to go to the next level.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you try to beat your personal best, just like, any other, industry or just anything you do. You want to make sure that, okay, we did this. How can we top it and do, something bigger and better?
The diamonds will hopefully
reform. Jamaicans, especially dancehall artists, have always complained, I guess, and that there's not a space for us. So I was wondering, even was that an issue where can facilitate a place and a production of this magnitude, not just once, not just twice, because we had Burner recently, Chris Brown now, but in like a place that can facilitate this, because I'm not gonna do it on the football patch. I'm just in a football field. Shouldn't say patch. Football field. Pitch. So is that too, like, do we need to do Jamaicans and I guess the powers that we need to think about a space where can facilitate?
Well, when you say a space, you mean a venue.
Yeah,
we've debated this amongst ourselves.
I mean, myself and Sharon was on the phone with Aberra up until about maybe 3:00 in the morning, where for us, I mean, I'll just say it on the record. I feel the entertainment business model in the Caribbean is severely flawed.
Yeah.
From a perspective of, you spend literally millions of dollars to build a venue, fly in production, do all of these different things, only to break it down the next day. You understand? Our goal ultimately is to pool some investors together to have an entertainment complex in the Caribbean.
That's fully turnkey.
World-class sound, world-class production, world-class lighting, every single thing that you need. So,
more acts can.
The venue has its own permits, everything, proper bar, VIP sections, everything.
Yeah, because just even to think about the logistics now, like, because there are new apartment built up right across from.
I mean, even if you have to find some sort of remote land in order to do it, where you also think about traffic management.
Right.
But of course,
safety.
It will cost quite a bit, but
the investments will come eventually.
Absolutely, because then now we will start to draw the attraction of all the international artists, because now they say, oh, we're going on tour.
Yeah.
What about that venue in Jamaica or Trinidad where it's like, okay, they have everything we need. We don't have to fly in anything. We don't have to bring in like 15 containers. Everything is right there.
Yeah.
So all a promoter has to do is promote and not have to be sitting with police and this and that. Everything is in-house. But it's a multi-purpose venue that also does graduation events, does political rallies,
weddings,
does food festivals, does major weddings, does car shows,
conferences.
You have church gatherings. So that entertainment complex could be customized for not just concerts, but any type of entertainment that you can have self-help gurus that come down and want to do some life-changing expence.
Them usually do it at like a hotel conference
exactly
room.
But you have a big open air outdoor venue with everything that you need. To me, that's our ultimate goal.
All right, taking a break out of this podcast to big up our sponsors. Daylight Ibiza Couture Blanche, right, happening August 20th, this Sunday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yours truly will be there along with these two knuckleheads.
Beautiful
in our all white. That's the dress code. Music by Chromatic, JR and Creep, DJ Nico, Kurt Riley, Little Richie. All right, so Daylight Ibiza happening this Sunday, August 20th, where art and style converge, happening at Hope Gardens, by the way. Sooner there. You mentioned Jamaica and Trinidad. You think these are the two countries that
these, I mean, let's face it. These are the entertainment hubs,
in the
entertainment capital.
Is it true that maybe because we have the largest population?
Volume definitely plays.
That has a big,
other countries are very small. They have like maybe.
But think about it.
Less than a million, some of them.
You hear an accent in foreign. Oh, you Jamaican? No. I'm from Barbados. I'm from Bahamas. I'm from.
No.
I'm glad you admitted that.
But we're from St. Lucia, so we're exotic.
Yeah.
Have a little something.
But a lot of people don't recognize as Chris Brown and friends as well. Do you have any determining factors in determining the friends?
Well, I mean, in addition to
we soon ask a question, but you're like.
Yeah, it was a solid decision
a solid decision. Yeah. But I mean, there's been a lot of conversations around that as well. Like,
but even and here's the thing: in addition to the fact that you paid whatever ticket tier that you can afford.
Yeah.
In addition to Chris Brown, you get Baron Messiah, Sean Kingston, Idonia,
Ding Dong,
and
of course.
And I think hold on. I think that's about
TJ.
it, right?
I get TJ.
I think that's about it.
We now get popcorn.
Well, we have someone from Miami called Popeye Caution.
Oh yeah, that close enough. Yeah, we flip that week.
But
we flip that week.
But we do have TJ,
Yes.
who is burning up the charts right now. Like,
I mean,
Drift is like the summer anthem, the winter anthem.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
in New York, forget about
Taking
it.
over.
Yeah.
Forget about it. That song is like, so yeah.
Also
So
the
just
viral
imagine. And I'm hoping that we can have Chris Brown perform and possibly bring TJ on.
Yeah, I was hoping that is something like that. So like,
Within this,
yeah,
that's what
all
we're
of
hoping
them
for.
could have come on and do
then
a
you
thing.
bring the dancers and
Yeah.
trust me, that stadium will
I feel like
shake.
solid agency don't plan that already. Like that don't make it. I feel like so
Am I gonna do the drift? Yeah,
Yeah,
big
yeah,
up
yeah.
Gabby Dan. Big up Gabby Dan.
Definitely expect the stadium to shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then with Ding Dong and the dancing.
Yeah.
You know,
It'd be interesting to see if between the two of them,
I mean,
Dong and Chris,
you probably heard it first,
I
but
never know.
you
Something-
might get a dance off.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, Ravers.
Let me know what you think.
That works.
Chris Brown versus Ravers. What you think? No bias.
Chris
Why
Brown.
them I put whip on this one?
Chris
Come
Brown.
on.
No, come I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown.
So you say breezy.
Yeah, yeah.
Breezy.
Because, but you know, I'm also Jamaican, so
Yeah, so you're gonna root. I get it.
yeah,
I don't think Ding Dong could do handstands.
I-
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
didn't
it
think,
too.
yeah.
Cause Chris Brown, I gonna do the acrobatic
Yeah,
and the
backflip
gymnast
and
and
theme
and
cheat
I've
code
never
thing.
seen Ding Dong do like a boom flick. Never. So
All right.
I that's I'm like
Probably 20
giving
years
the
too late
edge.
for that. with it.
Yeah, I'm giving the edge to Chris.
Expect a dance off.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the
Well,
hint.
I definitely want to see him do local dances. I think that would be
Yeah.
the highlight.
Expect
And I
Yes.
think-
the unexpected.
I think he will definitely.
So even
want
the
to dabble in
drift
that.
and the dance and the Nat G gunman
man.
style,
Yeah.
So for him like tap into our culture
What's it?
and
Grandfather walk, grandpa walk. What's
Bob
it?
Rock. I know the new one name.
Javi. And that the dancer we are doing now still.
I know Bob Rock.
We are get close to that one.
Yeah, man.
Man say grandfather.
Hey, listen,
There's a surprise guest probably in the works as well.
Like more from overseas to like
maybe.
more.
Yeah, you know, anything is possible.
we have
Or
a few,
when the
we-
budget allow.
we have a,
Exactly.
we have a few surprises.
Exactly.
We have a few surprises.
Okay.
You know,
Never know what guest appearances might come from overseas that just show up on the doorstep.
Yeah.
That we have to
Because
keep
I guess
close
too,
to.
because him post it too, so I'm assuming his celebrity
Yeah.
friends too probably
Exactly.
make
we
come in.
have put it this way: the tarmac will have quite a few private jets,
Ooh.
possibly from Canada.
Mad thing.
Drizzy.
Listen.
He's on tour now.
Listen.
He's on tour now.
Listen.
Remember the connection there as well.
Yeah. He's
Remember
on
that.
tour.
You have Tory Lanez from. I mean,
He's in jail.
wow.
He's in jail. He shot Meg in the foot. He's in jail.
You see that? Them propaganda thing.
Wow.
All right.
I've never known what's the business of false advertising. Come on. They do better than that.
Didn't say anything. You know?
Jaja. Well, look forward to the event though.
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
had another question too, but
Yes.
Rise and like tell us the parties that's gonna be happening over the weekend.
Types of parties,
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the first one, Hot, which, you know, is an exclusive invite-only event that kicks off on the Friday, 7
But
p.m.
just mention the fix at the door and you're safe.
Yeah.
Don't do that because we are doing it.
Yes,
I don't know how much people can come in. Don't do it.
I know that. We have to mention ourselves as well the fix.
That's true. Well, we have media accreditation, so I'm sure you guys are going to be taken care of by Judith.
Call Judith.
Call Judith.
Yes, sir, Jobs.
She'll organize.
We did again, Judith. Wait, ticket.
So you have the hot event
Yeah.
on Friday.
And then continuing into the evening, remember this,
Remember this, which is a tribute to, you know,
the old school.
when dance was
When
nice.
dance was nice. And that's happening.
90s, early
Gardens.
2000s.
at Hope Gardens.
Okay.
So that one should be interesting. And even I think a lot of it in terms of alignment, just coming off the heels of Jamaica's independence as well, makes it interesting. So
I think so too, for real.
Yep. And going into the next day, Rise and Toast with Jada Kingdom.
Hosted by Jada Kingdom. Big up hybrid events from Miami.
Okay.
Yep.
What time?
And that one kicks off from 12 p.m.
Okay.
High noon. Jeez Louise.
High noon. Yeah, well, come out, get a few drinks, cool yourself down.
Yeah.
And that's happening at the Excelsior, the Grand Hotel Excelsior.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then finishing off into the evening with Indigo Soiree.
Which is...
So that's from 10 p.m. So quite a packed weekend of activities for BZR Weekend. And then on the 27th...
Breezy!
We get ready for Chris Brown and friends.
Yeah. Wait, I want to ask, which one of you guys worked at Goldman Sachs?
Oh, Lord.
I worked at Cable and Wireless, so that should answer your question.
So it's you.
Process of elimination. Yeah.
Jay, you used to work at Goldman Sachs, were you?
I left.
So why you give up such, I'm assuming, a cushy job to be, this which is full of stress.
To hang with people like yourself, you know?
Yeah, you won't be...
Really? Come on.
No, I mean, it's like, you work a job, but at the end of the day, could you hand down a job and a 9-to-5 to your kids? You know? Can you, and no shade on anyone who works a job. We need everyone in society. Down, but it was just one of those things where I love entertainment. I love the business behind entertainment. And I mean, even growing up, when you look at people like Sharon Burke from Fully Loaded, and just being a legend in the game, and then, real talk.
Yeah.
And then now to be working side by side, it is.
So you knew her a long time, or is just through?
So here's the thing. Sharon has such a big personality that when you do meet her, you feel like you've known her forever. So we've known each other for a while, but we just never worked in this capacity before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we do plan to do some really cool things together, not only here, but, export it to other markets and stuff, and kind of just see how everything comes full circle, Yeah.
Okay. So this isn't really the last. I'm sure there's more to come, more artists to work with.
We're talking, we're brainstorming. So I can say, stay tuned.
And the ticket sales, we don't say Skyview, sold up, sold out, sold in, sold everywhere. People, you said the loans, you guys saw
I saw that.
Yeah, some people, their kidney and
everything being sold.
Somebody said they could sell their husband and stuff.
Wow.
Like when I hear them thing, then you feel a level of pride. People are selling their kidneys to be able to fall to an event that I'm putting on.
I don't know if I want to term that as pride, but
no comment.
Yeah, no comment. I'll leave it right there.
We've had travel loans and all these things.
It's been, like I said, when we announced it, it went crazy. But when Chris Brown posted it, it just took the event to a whole new level.
Yeah. Like people see that and say, this is real for real. Like,
yeah. Exactly. Yep. So it's not a false promotion.
Yeah.
So we're thankful and we're humbled.
Absolutely.
Definitely. The Jamaican community, actually the entire Caribbean has embraced this event. Trinidad is on fire. Anywhere there's a direct flight to Jamaica.
Yeah.
There is an interest.
What percentage of people from outside of the Caribbean do you expect to?
I would say realistically, at least closer 35 to 40%. Yeah. Because and what's crazy is that even international people have never seen him perform live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because think about it.
I've heard that.
In Europe, he sold O2 Arena 14 times in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is like some Michael Jackson type of, So even let's be real. When people like Beyonce and Chris Brown go on sale, us, we don't get a chance to buy those tickets.
Not at all. Nope.
No.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It gets sold out right away. Anywhere you go, sold out right away.
And the cost too is like.
And the cost is
700, 1200, 1500.
I mean, you have front row seats for like 40,000, 20,000 USD. It's crazy.
And they're sold out.
So,
completely.
This was a perfect opportunity that when you kind of looked at it as an international person, it's like, listen, flight, hotel, I'll probably stay with a family member.
Enjoy Chris Brown.
But then you also look at the residual effects where it's bringing a certain level of cash injection into the economy as well. Big up to a lot of our sponsors who supported us. So
this summer has been really on fire, and to see so many celebrities too I was wondering the other day, like, what in the water? Why so much on come? Everybody is like Ruby and it's just Chance. A bunch of people. Chance, Vic, Kerry Washington, so many celebrities, A-list celebrities coming to Jamaica.
But here's a really cool thing about it, which brings us back to what you said earlier. Once you bring a certain caliber of celebrity into the Caribbean, it follows suit for the other celebrities say, oh, wow, Jamaica look lit. Trinidad look lit. St. Lucia look lit.
Not just for the vacation spots as well.
Exactly. So they're seen as legitimate entertainment capitals.
Yeah.
Like you almost want the other celebrities to say, I can see myself performing here.
Yeah.
I would love, which international act wouldn't love to perform in the Caribbean?
I always wonder why. Is it because we poor? What is happening? Them not think we're gonna make them. They're gonna make no money. I'm like, I always wonder why we always seem to get the
logistics.
Logistics.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the numbers are up there. It's staggering.
Absolutely.
But I think events like this really will spark that change that is needed.
Yeah.
That you speak about, just get the ball rolling in creating venues. At least just ideate them things and say, oh yes, this is where we need to be. This is what we're doing now, so we can get to that place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, who knows? Usher might see this and say, hey, book me next. Let's go.
Yeah.
What you think?
Postpone in Vegas.
The panty them are gonna fly. By the way, they're prepared for that? If you have panty barrage, that seems to be a thing at concerts now. Braziers now? So bras. Yeah, and them thing there. Undergarments.
Yeah, you saw
coming off.
We went to the Drake like 2
Wanna
weeks
go one
ago.
of them?
We went to Drake in New York.
Yeah.
And someone threw what's it? A 36G?
Yes.
Who was there for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it.
Mad.
Right in front of us.
Social media found her.
Yes.
And her followers went
through the roof.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, that was
she look warm, but
Drake, because Drake said, find her.
Yeah.
They did, and they did. Yes,
And they did.
I remember that.
So we might have
Is it PG? No,
Pan-
it might be raining.
no, but children are gonna be
Brazzers.
there. Children, it's open to kids, right?
It's a family show.
Yeah.
But
Pressure. So no, it's actually a good question. So here's a tricky balance that and the things that happen in the background where it's like, okay, when you really look at Chris Brown's demographic, I have a 9-year-old daughter and she could sing every one of Chris Brown's songs. And then you have 14-year-olds who absolutely love him, but then you're in a place where you sell alcohol. Yeah. So it's kind of like,
Don't bring the kids. Don't bring the kids.
This is a message from
I want to throw my bra. Don't bring it.
no, but it's from 16 and over. Obviously underage is alcohol, so you have to be accompanied by a parent.
Of course.
We have a big promotion going on for the college students.
Okay.
Because we've been like just overwhelmed with like, you know, what about us? You know,
everybody wants that kind of money.
Everybody.
So we have a big.
Discount.
It's gonna be on for 3 days.
A 3-day fire sale. Yeah. So they're gonna start seeing some presents.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
We have some really good discounts for them coming up.
I know some been say, yo, we don't play student loan. We can't take out a next
and
for
it's
this.
September. It's 2 days before back to school.
We heard you guys. We heard you. Our DMs are crazy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So just tell us again about Under the Influence, Chris Brown Under the Influence store, what we need to know, where we can get tickets. Jay, Aberra,
all
one
the
of y'all.
details.
I'm the details guy. So 27th of August, National Stadium, happening on Sunday.
Well, the
you can visit
to the 27th.
Yeah, remember it's a weekend.
Weekend.
Yes.
Actual weekend
of events. Persons can go to bzrweekend.com. You can also email at info@bzr.com, or you can also call on our number. We have a hotline, which is 449-4325. Obviously, area code is 876.
Who remembers the number? Like,
You remembers everything.
I try to, but yeah, you can give us a call on that line. Our team will be happy to address any questions and concerns that you may have with your ticket purchases. You can also go to Eventbrite directly and do a search for bzrweekend.com.
oh, wait, we forgot to say, physical tickets go on sale this week.
I was coming to that.
Okay, all right.
He's doing his job.
I'm getting the eye over there.
You know, so physical tickets are definitely coming out, and we know that persons have been anxiously awaiting that.
Yeah.
So it's finally here. Tune into our IG page, visit our website, bzrweekend.com, and you'll get all the details of the locations and everything. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes, guys, a lot. We have a big team. Persons are literally right now in closed rooms, sorting out packages, interacting with customers, you know, sorting out cabanas, working on riders for the artists that are coming in,
purchasing
meetings
flights.
with police officers.
As long as a package reach the fix. One package.
So yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting time.
Yeah, and I think, and as I said, I think people forget it's a full weekend of activities.
Hot.
Which level though is starting from green gives you access to all?
Going up from Indigo. So
Indigo, okay.
Yeah. So Indigo gives you that opportunity to get all of the events, and of course the big boys going up with
the sky
view and
it's
cabanas.
8 to 12 people, but that done sold out already. So
selling out again. Call us on our hotline. You never know. 876-449-4325, and someone will connect with you. And if there is an opportunity to get a cabana, you never know.
You never know. Just
can we give away a ticket or two?
Yeah,
well, this not live.
Now you're safe, man. You're good.
We're good.
Sure, yeah.
We have this on record, Harry. We have this on record.
You can't call in?
No, not right now. But what we can do is like we can post on our Instagram, and the first couple people can get the tickets. So yes, we can do that. We can give away.
I'll give away in our comment section. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's make it happen.
All right.
Like you guys.
So, but wait, we have to know the details before.
Not true.
We'll work it out.
Okay.
We'll comment it out.
All right. No problem.
Yeah, we'll work something, man. We're very flexible.
All right. Great.
Which is right.
No
powers that be that are in the room, them left out anything that need to be said? Not looking in any direction.
No, we want again.
Powers that be.
Yeah.
Them leave out anything?
Drift.
Okay. Biggest star Jamaica. All right. Cool. All right. Give thanks though, Jay and Aberra.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate you as well. I mean, as we said, we're looking forward to this. The whole of Jamaica look forward to that.
Everybody.
Give thanks for passing through.
Thanks, man.
Mysterious, got me so curious. Delirious, shawty, are you serious? Hey, cause I can bring it to you, then I take the price high. My time for my boss, I'm a boss champagne. Skyscraper, I'm 100 feet on the air. Yeah, I'ma put in the work. Big 12, I'ma never complain.
Looks like you need some persuasion. Boy, if you do it, not go stay long.
need some time for the on. What if my love is never give you vibration energy? Can't lose with me, this and a jeopardy.
This I must be science. And I like me sit down, me a try hard. Me try work for myself, trouble follow. Me try do 9 to 5, get fired. And me know say the devil is a liar, bro. But right now this is my last cry.